Imagine you are standing on a street corner and a police officer walks straight toward you. You probably think that, in that moment, they hold all the cards. But here is the reality. The second an officer decides to search you, they are placed on a high-stakes legal stopwatch. There is a specific 8-point checklist they must follow, and if they skip even one single letter of it, that search could be ruled completely unlawful before they even touch your pockets. This isn't just a suggestion, it is the law. The single biggest myth people believe during a police encounter is that you are legally required to hand over your ID. In a standard stop and search, that is simply not true. Unless you are driving a vehicle or the police are using a very specific power related to antisocial behavior, you are not legally required to provide your name, your address, or your date of birth. The law does not require you to help the police fill out their paperwork. A stop and account, where they just ask what you're doing, is an informal conversation, and you are usually free to just walk away. But don't mistake knowing your rights for having a free pass, because the stakes have recently become much higher. Under the Public Order Act 2023, if you are undergoing a suspicionless search related to a protest, intentionally obstructing that search can now land you with a £1,000 fine, up to a month in prison, or both. And this isn't a rare occurrence. In 2022 to 23 alone, police in England and Wales carried out over 542,000 stop and searches under Section 1 powers. That is an average of nearly 1,500 searches every single day. If you don't know the rules of the game, you are playing at a massive disadvantage. This brings us to the secret checklist known as GOWISELY. This is the mandatory procedure officers must follow for most searches under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, or PACE. Before the search starts, the officer must give you the G rounds for the search, the object they are looking for, and their warrant card if they aren't in uniform. They must provide their identity, name and number, the station they are based at, and tell you which legal power they are using. Most importantly, they must tell you that you are entitled to a copy of the search record and explicitly state, you are detained for the purposes of a search. If you are ever unsure where you stand, there is one magic question you must ask. Am I being detained? If the answer is no, you are legally free to leave. If you are searched, you have a legal right to a copy of that record, but you must request it within 3 months of the encounter. This system exists as a warning for both sides of the badge. For the public, it's a reminder that while you have rights, physically resisting or lying can lead to an arrest for obstruction, even if you haven't actually committed the crime they stopped you for. For the police, the law is clear. They cannot search you based on a hunch or a vibe. Their suspicion must be objective and based on facts, and they are strictly prohibited from searching you based on your race, age, appearance, or the fact that you've committed an offence in the past. Under Section 60, a senior officer can authorize searches without reasonable suspicion, but even then, the officer must still be in uniform, and the authorization is usually limited to a 24-hour window. At the end of the day, we have to ask, is a police stop about finding a prohibited object, or is it about the exercise of authority? The most important lesson is to stay calm, remember the GOWISELY acronym, and always ask for a search record if you believe the rules weren't followed. If you feel your rights have been breached, preserve your evidence, including any filming you did, which is perfectly legal in public places, and seek professional advice. Please remember, this video is for information only and is not legal advice. If you find yourself in a legal dispute, you should speak to a solicitor or contact Citizens Advice. Thanks for watching The Law Desk UK. If you found this helpful, subscribe for a new video every week and leave any questions in the comments. See you next time.